watching KWQC TV, the news leader, making a difference in the Quad Cities. Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, heart disease is the leading cause of death among women, but awareness saves lives. We'll learn more about the upcoming Go Red for Women event and hear from this year's featured survivor.
Plus, taking your dreams to new heights. We're talking with a local flight instructor who's helping aspiring pilots launch their careers right here in the Quad Cities.
And it is Friday, so we're celebrating our wins of the week, including a wedding celebration and a reunion, and apparently a martini.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to Quad Cities Live. It is Friday, October 10th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier alongside my co-host, Kyle Keel. Well, it is hard to believe, but Halloween is exactly 3 weeks away.
It's creeping up.
It always creeps up,
It
doesn't
does,
it?
yeah.
So if you haven't found a costume for yourself or the kids, time is ticking.
Yeah, but don't fret because there are still plenty of options at your local Goodwill of the Heartland store. And joining us with a look at some of the one-of-a-kind costumes available is Colby Jamison from Goodwill. Thanks for being here today, Colby.
Thanks for having us.
I'm sure you are all busy at Goodwill because you have a lot of options to choose from. And the good news about the options that you have, they're good quality, but they're probably not priced as high as what you would get if you bought it brand new.
Absolutely. So all year long, we save costumes, items that come into us in February that are very unique and crazy, maybe one might say. We save those all year long, knowing that they're not going to sell well in January or February, and we roll them back out this time of year. And what we're going to show you today are a bunch of models that have pieced together their costumes from Goodwill. And you're going to go to that party looking like no one else. Like, you don't want that out of the bag costume.
No.
Right.
So we're going to help you with the creativity juices. We're going to get those flowing today.
You are so right. The best costumes typically are never those mass-produced costumes where everybody has the same thing. So this is a good opportunity to get a little bit creative. You can also get different accessories and things like that at Goodwill.
Yeah, so we save all those donated items, the cowboy boots, the jackets, the graduation gowns, you know, to let your creativity take over. But then we understand that people might not want that donated wig or the donated leggings or the donated hat, and so we do accessorize with some new goods. That's what we call that program, and it's items that we source, and they're brand new in package, but for a fraction of the price. So what a costume might cost you at one of those big box stores to look like everyone else is going to be, you know, $60, $100 if you're getting all the accessories, and we can put that together for a fraction of the price. Most of the time, it's about a third of the price of those big box stores.
That's great.
Yeah, and we've got some models here that are going to be showing off their costumes, but before we get to that, what are some of the hot Halloween trends for 2025?
We planned big time for the Wicked movie. That was going to be really big, and so we got more of those like light pink and green tights and the witches hats and things like that that would go with that. Barbie has really still taken hold, and people are loving that. But year over year, what we see as one of our top sellers are the pirate, the witch, the cop. We kind of have a whole uniform section, and so those classics, they never die.
They always do well.
And you can always put your own twist on it too from items at Goodwill, right?
Yeah. Okay, so while we're talking about what is trending, there's a bunch of models here today. So let's start bringing them out. You can tell us about what they put together.
All right, so we have Kat. She is the female version of Austin Powers.
I love it.
Oh,
This is awesome. So check this jacket out here. It is a donated jacket that she sourced, and she has these awesome daisy print leggings and this go-go belt.
I love it.
Kat has just put together the best costume from Goodwill and accessorized with just a couple, you know, of those new good items. The belt and the leggings are brand new.
Great
so
job.
Yeah, I love this one.
Female Austin Powers.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
who do we have up next here?
All right, so we went with a classic here. So we have a vampire.
This was my go-to as a kid. Always a vampire. Several years. Several years, probably 3-4 years.
So we have the wig, which we have a lot of wigs as new goods. He has the new goods teeth because who wants to use those as donated, right? But this cape came in. You know, we have donated capes, but we also have new goods capes. And so this might be an outfit that you have pieces of at home, and you just need a couple extras. So maybe you have black pants and the black shirt, and you just want to put something together last minute. So this one is a classic. We love it.
I love it. Okay, who do we have up next? I love the boa already.
Unicorn.
We have a unicorn, maybe a Pegasus. So maybe you come with an idea and it kind of transforms itself.
Yep.
Love the new wig. This is one of our brand new ones for the year. It's a beautiful pink and purple wig, and you can kind of take it wherever you want. But we have these wings in store. The boa is a new good. We have tutus, but sometimes we get that stuff, great tutus donated and things too.
That's so much fun.
My daughter would love this costume.
Yes, it is so perfect, so cute. Thank you so much.
Yes,
While our next model is walking out here, that is, you said a really interesting thing. Sometimes you just have to go there and then let the ideas take hold of you.
Yes.
Just by looking at things.
Yes.
You look great.
Yes,
Yes.
you do.
So Angie is kind of like a 50s housewife or a pinup girl, whatever you're going for there. But something really cool about how we categorize our store is we have these H racks, and the stores are saving by category. And so this is kind of on a decades rack.
Oh, okay.
And so maybe you don't know what decade you want to represent, but we have the neon accessories, we have the old flapper dresses, we have the pinup girl dresses. And so we just, you know, put it all together. The vampire, the blacks and the reds and the drapey dresses, those are all together on a rack.
Made it easy for everyone.
Yeah, so you find your, you know, your category, and then you can find something that fits your size, and you kind of go from there. And then all the new goods accessories are on the end caps for you. So we put it all together and try to make it so easy.
Easy to find,
I love that. Okay.
Very classy, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, who do we have up next here?
All right, we got our rocker roller girl here. So again, you might have some of these pieces at home, and you kind of, you know, accessorize with a Goodwill stop or two. I always say shop often and maybe at some other stores, because we are rolling out new items every day
all
at
the time.
all 19 locations. They're always rolling new racks of Halloween out. So we got an awesome vest here with some pins on it. That studded belt is one of our new goods. She threw some of the new goods leggings underneath those ripped jeans. So she just kind of took that rocker look to a whole new level. We accessorize with a lot of new goods like studded necklaces and bracelets and things like that.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
You nailed
You
it.
look great. You definitely nailed it. Oh, and we've got a witch here that we got.
Can't have Halloween without a witch, right?
Yeah, so
this is a
again,
good
if you go to a classic store, you're gonna get that witch that looks like everyone else.
Yeah.
And she has just taken this like darker purple and made it her own. That is a new goods hat. The witch broom is actually just a donated good, kind of a house like decorated piece.
Yeah.
And so we have some capes and things like that, but I love the purple dress that she sourced. That's a donated good. She just did an awesome job with this witch look.
You absolutely did. Always a treasure too, the broom. That's a perfect touch. Okay, we have one more. Very scary.
So if you're into your scary movies here.
Oh no, here he comes, here he comes.
So we get these overalls donated, and what do you do with that in January? But in October, these sell, right? And so throw on a mask and you've got yourself a costume there. And so if you're a scary movie lover, we've got you covered there. We accessorize with a lot of new good Scream masks this year.
Oh my gosh.
And those are really popular.
Well, he's playing the part.
He is. Nice job.
Nice
Thank you to all the models, and obviously this is a big fundraiser for you all as your nonprofit. So Goodwill of the Heartland has 4 locations here in the Metro Quad Cities, but as Colby mentioned, 19 across the region. Of course, the ones in the Quad Cities in Bettendorf, Davenport, Rock Island, and Moline. You can view a list of the locations and the hours and everything else at goodwillheartland.org. Colby, we thank you and your crew for coming by today. This was fun.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. Just ahead on QCL, wear red and make a difference. The Quad Cities Go Red for Women event is shining a light on women's heart health. We're getting details after the break.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Behind every red dress is a story of strength, survival, and hope. The Quad Cities Go Red for Women event celebrates those stories while raising awareness about heart disease, the #1 cause of death among women. Joining us today is Donia Serini, this year's Go Red for Women co-chair, along with Jolene Overton Austin, this year's featured survivor. Ladies, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, we are so looking forward to talking with you. So let's talk a little bit about the event, Donia. Go Red for Women. Describe the mission behind it. It's coming up pretty soon here, less than 2 weeks away.
Yep, we are eagerly excited for it. It's an annual event. So our mission is to raise awareness. As you're aware, cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer in women. And so with our mission, we want to make sure that people are just getting the information they need to take care of themselves, and then also raising money so that this way we can help increase the awareness and spread the message as much as possible.
You can keep letting people know all the information that they need to know. So what can people expect at the event itself? There's going to be many impactful moments there.
Yes. We'll start the evening off. We'll have our annual silent auction. It's filled with all different kinds of amazing items, lovely things. One of our favorite features is the personalities, where different women in the community will be featured, and they'll have a chance to shine and show off things that they enjoy. That's one of our highlights of our silent auction. Wonderful. We'll have a guest speaker, a live auction as well, and then also a dinner, and then they'll get to hear an amazing story by our survivor, Jolene.
Yes, so speaking of impactful moments, you will be probably one of the most impactful speakers. Jolene, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your involvement in this, and maybe a little bit of your backstory?
Okay. I've been involved with Go Red for Women. I've attended it for quite a few years. Yeah. I've had a lot of situations that impacted heart in my family and friends, so I really felt drawn to it to help support it.
Yeah. Well, you will be telling a story about yourself, correct?
Yes.
At this event. So this is something that is very meaningful to you.
Yes. I had a heart attack, and something unexpected.
Yeah.
Healthy. I'm not on a medication or anything like that, and so it was just caught me by surprise.
Yeah. No one ever expects something like that to happen to them, especially like you said, you didn't have, you know, anything else going on.
No.
Health-wise.
No.
Yeah.
And there's many types of heart attacks. I did not have clogged arteries. I had something called SCAD, spontaneous coronary artery dissection, which is a tear in the artery, the layers, and it blocks the blood flow to your heart.
Okay. So you know, everybody that's at the event is going to be able to hear from you and hear your touching story, and we're so happy that you are here to be able to raise awareness and talk about that. So yeah, this is a really, really special event. Every single year there is a keynote speaker as well.
Correct.
Can you talk to us about who that is?
It's going to be a doctor from CVM, so cardiovascular medicine for those who aren't aware.
Okay.
And her name is Dr. Kerr. And so we have not had her yet, so it'll be nice to get a fresh perspective and hear from someone new. All the doctors at CVM are wonderful, but just to have someone new in the room, and I'm anxious to hear what she has to say and inform us on and enlighten us.
Absolutely. You always learn something at something like this.
Absolutely.
Okay, so as we wrap up with you here today, Jolene, what do you hope that participants take away from this year's event?
I would hope that bringing awareness to get your doctor checkups. Once or twice a year. Know your numbers, your blood pressure, your cholesterol levels, your BMI, all these things. And not only to think that things are very painful when you go through a heart attack. There's many different types and there's many different symptoms.
Right.
So I would just hope that everyone would reach out and get their checkups.
And just, keep checking on that. Well, here's the information on the screen. Quad Cities Go Red for Women event is happening on Wednesday, October 22nd at the Waterfront Convention Center in Bettendorf. It runs from 5 until 8. To buy your tickets or make a donation, visit heart.org/QuadCitiesGoRed. Jolene and Donia, thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate you chatting with us. Thank you. Coming up on Quad Cities Live, if you've ever wondered what it takes to become a pilot, here's your chance for answers. How the woman behind Quad Cities Aero is opening doors for the next generation of aviators.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
If you've ever dreamed of taking to the skies, there's never been a better time to make it happen. One local woman is helping future pilots get their wings and addressing a nationwide pilot shortage in the process. Joining me now is Summer Keel, owner and chief flight instructor at Quad Cities Aero. Summer, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, it's already just been so much fun talking with you. So let's start at the beginning a little bit. How did you get your start in all of this?
Yeah, so I joke that it was my quarter life crisis. I did not grow up in aviation by any means. I'd never even considered it as an option.
Yeah.
So I went to school for molecular biology, realized I didn't want to become a doctor like I thought I had my whole life, and then I ended up selling commercial insurance, which brought me to the Quad Cities. And I was selling commercial insurance here to local business owners, and a lot of the local business owners here have their own airplanes. And there's some passion around aviation there. So anytime I'd go to those places of business, that is all I would talk about with them, because I was so fascinated by it. It's just such a cool world that I didn't know existed. And one of them, shout out Jerry Cousins, he took me up one day in his experimental home-built aircraft, and I was hooked. I was terrified, but also hooked.
I would be terrified. I would be terrified. But I love that. And so, like, that's the story. After that, you got started in this.
Yeah.
And so tell us about Quad Cities Aero. Like, what can we learn? We can become pilots like you.
Yes. Yeah, you can become a pilot just for fun too. You don't have to go all the way through and become a commercial airline pilot. You can the ratings all kind of build on each other, so you can stop at private pilot, you can stop at the instrument rating, you can stop at the commercial rating, and it's an awesome experience.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So we've got some of the video from Quad Cities Aero right now on the screen, which I just had so much fun putting this together today. It is very cool. So now you are training more folks to become pilots, and you have a new partnership with Blackhawk College.
Yeah.
So tell us all about that, because there's an open house coming up soon, and people can learn more about it.
Yeah. So this is a really awesome opportunity for kids here who are, and honestly, even just people who want to become commercial airline pilots. They don't have to be kids, to do it in a really streamlined and formatted way. So before, somebody could walk in our doors and become a commercial airline pilot, but it takes a lot of self-study and self-control. But this is a really structured program where we're going to be having them fly flight blocks 3 times a week, so we can get you done in as little as 16 months with your ratings, and you can start building time as a flight instructor.
That's amazing. Okay, so put people's minds at ease, okay, whether they're 18 years old or they're having a quarter life crisis or something along those lines. It's okay to get started and not know anything.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%. I started at 0, and I was not mechanically savvy either. And so that was my biggest hurdle that I had to overcome when I first started learning how to fly, because I didn't even know what a carburetor was. So you can absolutely start at 0 as long as you're really passionate about it and it's something that you really want to do.
Yeah, that is very cool. Okay, so now you have this partnership with Blackhawk College. Tell us about what's going to happen at this open house. It's coming up next week, correct?
Yeah, so we're going to talk all about what the program entails, kind of what the structure is going to look like, and then we're also going to have an industry expert come and talk about what the industry looks like and the pilot shortage and what that's going to look like 10 years from now.
I mean, it's wonderful, because you know what, they're looking for pilots, and so for anybody that's like, where's my job going to be, what's my future look like, this is a good consideration. So there's the information on your screen. Again, that open house is set for Wednesday, October 15th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And for more information or to register for that open house, visit quadcitiesaero.com. Lots of great information there on the website. Summer, thank you so much.
Thanks for
being
having
here today.
me.
No, it was so much fun talking to you. We appreciate it. Just ahead on QCL, we are celebrating our wins of the week, including a weekend wedding celebration. That's next. All right, it is Friday, which means it's time for our wins of the week. Kyle, you had a really fun weekend.
I did, yeah. So last Saturday, we went to Iowa City to celebrate our good friend Leslie and her new husband Dalton. And let's turn the mic on there. There we go.
There we go.
So yeah, we celebrated a wedding out there in Iowa City. A beautiful ceremony, and then the reception was held at the Walker Homestead Farm and Winery in Iowa City. So there was the on the house drink that we got, and then there's my wife and I, Rosalie. We celebrated the Bickfords. I used to work with Leslie, and then we became really good friends. She became friends with Rosalie, and so it was a nice little reunion with some of my old friends from the station I worked at. It had been a few years since we all had gotten together together, you know, having kids and stuff. So it was as if time hadn't passed at all. Nice to catch up. And it was just such a fun weekend. And this was the first time that we left the kids with a friend. So it was a good experience overall. So we're good. Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
I know.
guys.
We're growing. We're growing.
Yeah. That is awesome. Well, I'm glad you had fun.
Yes.
I got to attend a really fun event as well just last night. So this was at Old Oaks Winery there in Milan. So a really beautiful space. I hadn't been in their new like tented outdoor
look at that.
space. So I was you know, so excited to MC Lead Her's Fuel the Fire Gala and their Girl on Fire Awards. It's a really special thing. It's like their biggest fundraiser. It's their biggest event of the year. And they were, and then look who I saw. I saw our Claire Bear. So last Friday, you know, we were talking about her win of the week. It was her last day with us. Well, I got to drag her to one little event, which was really cool. It was really fun. They were able to raise, surpass the amount of money that they wanted to raise for last night.
That was a big goal for theirs,
yeah, they just sent an email, $27,000. Wow. And they're doing big things.
Yes,
so,
they are.
Yeah, so I was really happy to be a part of it.
I'm glad it was a good time.
It was a great time, yes. Well, thank you so much for watching QCL.
Jeopardy's coming up next, followed by your news at 4. We'll see you back here next week at 3.